Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 31 of my story. So, HPD is finally contacting us about the initial robbery that took place inside of Club Dreams. So, they're asking us to come down and they need to get official statements. So, me and him make the appointment and we end up heading down there to the Houston precinct that they told us to come to. So we go there. We're waiting more than an hour, and the detective that we're supposed to be speaking with, that's actually going over that case, is in the field now. Like something happened, and he had to go into the field, so he's not there. So eventually, he contacts me back, and he lets me know that he's gonna call us as soon as he could, so we can come back down there and give that statement. Well, we don't get to give that statement on that day. However, Love and Hip Hop is pursuing Houston as their next destination. So there's a lot of gossip going on and a lot of things that's going on. Eventually, they reach out to him. He ends up speaking with them and he gives me the number and he's like, you need to contact them because they're asking about you now. So I end up contacting the producer, speaking with her over the phone. She's asking me all these questions about myself, asking me about him, and then she's asking me these questions about how do I feel about him being in the strip club. And so I'm basically telling her, like, that's a whole nother story. Like, I really don't feel any kind of way about it. And so she was like, that's so surprising. And she's saying, oh, I hear y'all have a lot of kids together. We're just talking about me. And so I'm basically trying to figure out how do I even fit in the show? I don't have a talent where I sing and I damn show don't dance. And so she's saying, we're always looking for people like you, positive people. And so basically, we in that conversation with her telling me that, basically, if the show has good ratings in Houston, that she would give us a spinoff show. So we in that conversation. However, they start production in Houston. A few recordings take place before there's a shootout. It's a fight every time. And they end up leaving Houston and pursuing Miami. So, at this time, we're getting ready to celebrate our two baby sons' birthdays. They're basically a year and 6 days apart, so we always get them a big mega party together where we invite. So, me and his sister were basically, having our own little side conversation. And, I'm asking her what she thinks about the little girl because, my Atlanta baby is here. And no one has really taken a lot of interest in her. So she's basically, holding her and playing with her. And she's telling me that, she's a really cute kid, but that, even though I'm pretty much taking a little girl in my house, that's not something that normal people would do, because pretty much how she felt about it was F that B and a baby, because at the end of the day, you slept with my husband and you want me to respect the fact that you got a kid and for him. And she was basically like, it's no way that she would do that. And that, that was a special case right there, what I was doing, because there's no way that a lot of women would have dealt with that. And so I'm basically telling her, at the end of the day, he made the baby. It's not on nobody but him. And so I feel like if he can live in this house, then that baby can be here just as much as he can. And that was just my personal feelings on it. And I would tell that to anybody. Well, his mom, she had zero feelings. She didn't care. She don't want to hear about it. She don't want to talk about it. She felt like, hey, we had enough kids already that she don't want to hear about nothing with nobody saying that they had a kid for him. We would randomly sometimes talk about that situation, but she was pretty much always like very apologetic, telling me that she was so sorry that she didn't raise him like that. She hated that I had to go through all these different things with him. And at this time, I'm basically telling her, like, I'm just so sick and tired of him. Like, I have to go my own separate way because at the end of the day, he doesn't respect me. Nobody that respects you will go out there and do the things that he's doing. Like, this is going too far. And the lies, there's like no end to the stretch of lies that he'll tell. So I'm feeling the need to kind of like open up to my family and like pretty much let them know, like he's been out here in the streets, he's doing all these things, he's been going behind my back making babies. I'm telling them that the people that showed up at the house and swung these paternity suits inside the door. He had to go get tested for 3 kids and that 2 of them came back being his. How there's even 2 more babies out here now where people are alleging that they're his and whatnot. And so they're encouraging me to leave this situation and leave this whole relationship. So I remember me and him, we stayed on bad terms a lot. So I would separate myself from him. And so sometimes I'll be going when he's coming or he's coming when I was going. Well, nonetheless, I'm chilling in the den with my 2 sons. And one at the time I was trying to potty train. And he literally looks up and looks me in my face and starts laughing. And I'm not understanding like what's so funny because I'm having a hard time with these 2 boys. They're fighting each other. They're not listening. But all he has to do is raise his voice a little bit and they listen. So he looks up at me and laughs and straight up tells me to my face, one thing I know for sure is that I did my part. If I didn't do nothing else, I did what I was supposed to do. Any man that ever decides to be with you, if he do decide to be with you, them two boys right there, my two sons, they gonna run him off.